Charlie Chaplin when you was little?
I would say that everybody who grew up in America or in Europe probably has watched Charlie Chaplin in one way or another, either in little bits and pieces, or the entire movie, or the little shorts that he made. So yeah, I watched Charlie Chaplin. I was aware of him since I was a kid.
Do you like Charlie Chaplin?
The biggest movie star, and the biggest director, and the biggest cinema person who's ever lived. And I don't think anyone has ever been greater than Charlie Chaplin in the history of cinema. And why is that? Because he was a person who learned about cinema by doing it. He had talent that was sort of he was born with some kind of aesthetic talent that he understood that needed to be developed. And then he learned how to make movies as the movies were being invented. In other words, he was part of the inventing process of what movies are all about how you make movies, how you act in them. He was a cameraman, an actor, he was a producer, he was a director. It was just amazing, and some of that is really funny to look at.
Is Charlie Chaplin is funny?
Is he funny? Is that the question?
Yes.
Well, he's what's really funny about him is that he can make you laugh without using any word, which is extraordinary.
I know. He does it with his actions.
Exactly. And what else so great about him is this: his face is amazing. He was born for the camera, so he's very funny. And also, what was funny about the way he did things was that he would set up these gags in his movies, and the gags were tight gags, so you don't need any words. Anybody in the world watching his movies can actually enjoy them without understanding the language, and that's probably one of the great things about Chaplin.
Did the people liked Charlie Chaplin films in Kabul?
The story is this: that went to Afghanistan because there was someone who went there to show Charlie Chaplin movies who've never seen movies before. And I made a movie about this person showing. So we were in a school one day, and the school had a few hundred kids there, probably about 200 children, your age, a little bit older, and they had never seen movies. So a Charlie Chaplin movie was screened for this assembly of kids, and all the kids went absolutely crazy. They went crazy. It was like a mini riot, but a pleasant one, and they were really enjoying it. So they loved Charlie Chaplin, and they also understood him, and it was the first movie they've seen, which is pretty amazing. You know why this is the case? Because before, for political reasons, it was against the law to show films and to watch films in Afghanistan. So these children had never even seen movies.
How did you become involved with taking Charlie Chaplin films to Afghanistan?
In 2001, in New York, there was a bombing of the World Trade Center. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
Okay, it was a terrible thing. And as a result of that, I became interested in going to Afghanistan because they said that the people that bombed this World Trade Center were Afghans, and somebody who was living in Afghanistan was actually the person in charge of the planning of this bombing. So there was the Americans. This is very complicated. I hope you understand it. The Americans then bombed Afghanistan, and that's why I went there, because I wanted to see how Afghanistan is connected to New York, which is the city that I didn't grow up there. I lived there for 20 years. I was an artist there, and I was really interested in finding out why this country very far away called Afghanistan is somehow connected to New York. And that's why I went to Afghanistan, to Kabul, to find out. And the reason I went there specifically was because I found out that someone I know was going to Afghanistan to show the children there, a lot of them were orphans from the war, Charlie Chaplin films.
Both you and Charlie Chaplin were born in London but moved to America when you were young. Is that a coincidence?
You know, I've never thought about this before. I never thought about me and Charlie Chaplin both being born in London and both moving to the States. And the funny thing is that both of us got involved with the film business. He was making one kind of movies, and I make another kind of movie. He makes a lot more money than I did. No, it's an amazing coincidence, and it's kind of interesting, you know. And what's really interesting, also, let me add something to that. The interesting thing is also that both of us ended up moving back to Europe. We left America, we moved back to Europe. And we both moved back to Europe for similar reasons. I moved back to Europe for political reasons because I no longer believed in America. And Charlie Chaplin also didn't believe in America. He had to leave there. He was pressured to leave America, and he was very happy to leave America, and he wanted to go back. He went back to Europe to be an artist there. And he ended up, I think he lived in London, but he also ended up living in Switzerland. And I was in Switzerland met his daughter, Geraldine, there. And she actually gave us permission to use the words of Charlie Chaplin in title for the movie that I made in Afghanistan called Charlie Chaplin in Kabul. And it's a full circle.
Was seeing Charlie Chaplin's daughter was very fun or nervous?
Well, actually, it was fun. She's an actress. Geraldine Chaplin is an actress, and she's been in many movies, and I've seen her before in some of the movies. And she's just a very nice person, very relaxed, very down to earth, and there was no reason for anybody to be nervous. So it was just a very nice conversation.
Lech, thank you for my part of my London project.
You're welcome. And tell me, where is this project? Where are you showing this project? Where are you presenting it?
At my school.
At your school? Wow, what grade are you in?
Pardon?
What grade are you in school?
I'm in Year 1.
Aha, a new school?
No, the same.
And how many years have you been going to school?
Well, I had one when I was a toddler, and it was Claypool, and then I went to Paxton, and then I went to Kingswood. So, I went to Kingswood when I was in reception and Year 1. For 2 years.
Wow. Do you like school?
Pardon?
Do you like school?
Yes.
And what is this project about? It's about
London project.
Great. Well, I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy putting it all together and finishing it.
Yes, I agree.